Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I honestly haven't filmed in forever because I haven't. I pre-filmed a ton of videos in like October or September and I haven't filmed since then, to be honest. Today I just want to get ready, pretty much get ready for work. That's really when I like to make my videos, is when I get ready for work. But I want to use a ton of the products that I bought from my VIB sale. But today I just wanted to go in and use some brand new products that I bought. I have used a few of the products that I will be showing you that I got, but not enough. Just probably once or twice. So I'm pretty excited. This is pretty much going to be a get ready with me because I'm not sure what look I want to do. I want to do something simple, but just like a get ready with me pretty much. If you want to get ready with me and catch up on some things that I have been doing while I have not been filming, then please just keep on watching. Alright guys, so to start it off, I'm going to prime my face using a brand new primer that I got. I really shouldn't because I have a drawer full of primers that are still like completely full. So the primer that I'm going to use today is the No Poreblem primer. It's from Touch in Soul. It's a smooth and pore covering top secret for perfect makeup. I'm just going to pump it on the back of my hand. Wow, one pump actually gives a lot. Just going to pump it on the back of my hand and put it all over my face. My T-zone. I'm going to skip my nose because I know that I have one primer that like works really well for my T-zone, for my nose. Feels a little greasy, but not like horrible, I guess. Did a good job of vanishing my pores though. For my nose, I'm going to be using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. I've been using this on my nose a lot lately when I do my makeup, and it just seems like usually I have a super bad problem with foundation sticking to my nose. Like my nose won't have foundation on it after I apply it, and when I put this on there, when I put the Dr. Brandt Pores No More on there, like my foundation seems to stick. I did a photo shoot with my husband this last weekend for Christmas photos, and my nose wasn't red in photos or anything like that because my foundation was obviously covering my nose. And then the last step that I'm going to do for priming is I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I used this the day of my photo shoot, but I haven't used it any other time but that time. When I use this, when I use a priming water, I don't like to use a ton because I do have other primers on. So the foundation I'm using today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Foundation. I haven't used this since the video that I made because I'm not really a huge fan of it because I feel as though it emphasizes my texture. I have it in the shade 260. It literally makes your skin feel like it's second skin and erases everything because I tried it on without a primer. So I'll put 3 pumps in the back of my hand, and I'm going to just go ahead and dot it all over one section of my face and then blend it in with my beauty blender. A lot of people don't like to use a beauty blender because they say that like it picks up too much product and blah 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 blah. Well, for me, I feel like it's just preference, to be honest, because I don't like a super heavy cakey face, and I feel like the beauty blender gives me the coverage that I want and it gives me the amount of foundation that I want, because I don't want too much foundation where like, dang, you know, I can really see that you caked it on today. I don't want that. I want like a smooth finish, smooth face, you know, perfected. I don't want like cakey, powdery mess everywhere. But that's just me. A lot of people don't like the beauty blender, but I do. Another tip too with the beauty blender is when you wet it, so whenever I go to use my beauty blender, I wash it, like I clean it with soap and water to get all of the extra product that was left over from the last time I used it out, because if not, it's just like gross, you know, probably break out all over the place. But you want to make sure that you're squeezing out all of the excess water, because if you just squeeze it a little bit, you're still going to have a ton of water, and that water is going to pick up extra amount of product, and obviously when you do your makeup, you don't want it to soak up all your product. So I'm going to go with my tried and true Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. Concealer isn't going to make your under eyes perfect, I mean, Tarte Shape Tape does do an amazing job, but it still does crease. It's not a miracle worker. To be honest, Tarte Shape Tape does make a huge difference in my makeup step. Like, the first time I used it, I was just like, whoa. Like, this stuff is amazing. But, again, it's not a miracle worker. It's not going to save you from your eyes creasing. I mean, maybe it doesn't crease on some people who have fine lines, but with me, it does. So I'm going to put 3 or 4 little dots underneath my eyes because you don't need a lot of product. You just need enough to fill under your eye. And then you want to pat that out in an upside down triangle. Go all the way to the corner of your eyes, all the way as much as you want to the outer corner of your eye. And then you want to blend on the side of your nose. And then across, again, just an upside down triangle. And then for powder today, which is my favorite powder, I'm using the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. This is literally my favorite. It's just perfect. I'm going to be using my Sephora VIB Rouge brush. This is brand new. I've never used it. I got this because I became a VIB Rouge member when I did my VIB sale. So it's a Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush. And I'm just going to pick up some powder on there and put it under my eyes. If you don't put a ton of this stuff, it won't leave a white cast, but if you put a lot, you're more than likely going to get a white cast. And then I'm just going to go around and set my entire face using the same brush, same powder. So we'll see how this foundation wears throughout the day, but I really feel like it's not my favorite. And I just want to love it so bad because it's Rihanna's makeup line and I just love her, but I know foundation makes us look super weird, especially in camera, because like it takes away all of the color and all that to my skin. So right now I probably look like a alien of some sort. I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my fave. I love this because it gives me like an ashy toned contour when I want to contour with it. Go and use my trusty True Wet n Wild contouring palette in the shade Dolce de Leche, and I'm going to use the contouring side. This stuff is great for a drugstore contour, honestly. Before I got addicted to my Kat Von D one, this was my holy grail. And for a drugstore one, it still is, because it's great. And then I just take like a dual fiber brush and just blend out everything that I do because I don't need any harsh lines. I don't want any harsh lines. My hair gets in the way. So then next, the most thing that I really wanted at Sephora for the VIB sale is the Tarte High Performance, what is this even called? I don't know. It is the Tarte Blush Bazaar Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. I honestly thought that getting this, I thought that it would be huge, like the size of my head. I mean, I guess it is, but it can like, I don't know, like I feel like it'd be bigger than my entire hand. But I'm not complaining because this is literally amazing. It even has like this plastic piece attached so that way the blushes don't, get powdery into each other. But I feel like for me, this is perfect because I don't like super pink blushes, but all of these I would wear. So it comes with 8 blushes and 2 highlighters right here. And honestly, I've tried 2 of the blushes in this palette and I'm so in love. Like, I feel like Tarte has such good blushes. So for today's look, I'm going to go in with Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Skillful right here. And I've been using a little bit more blush than normal. Anybody else say brush instead of blush? Like, I feel like it's literally just a habit because they're so similar. I don't know. So I've been super motivated to like film a lot more lately because on Black Friday I bought a MacBook finally. I've been editing on Movie Maker on my Windows PC, and I just, like, it obviously wasn't as great, but it was getting the videos done. It just wasn't, like, up to my standards, really. So for highlighter today, I've been loving the combination of these two. It is the NYX Ritualistic Illuminator and the Makeup Revolution Baked Vivid Powder Highlight in the shade Radiant Lights. They're both a little bit similar in color. I mean, they look identical, but this one's more like a iridescence white, and this one has more like of a champagne pinky color. So again, I'm going to mix those two highlighters. I'm going to take my Morphe M501 brush and mix these two and put them at the tops of my cheekbones. Oops. Take the Brow Girl palette. It's a wet and dry convertible powder and pomade duo in the shade 02. It is for brown hair. So I'm also going to use the Brow Gal brush. It's like a duo side brush. I have the spoolie here and then the brush there. So I just like to comb out my brows, like, not perfectly because I literally only fill in the sides. And I'm going to take the darkest brown here. My eyebrows are like black, but I just fill in the ends and a little bit over here because it's a little sparse. So go ahead and do that. If you haven't watched my Too Faced Prime and Peachy foundation and primer review video, I will leave that down below in the description box. That has quickly turned into my favorite foundation, but I have to literally stop myself every time I go and do my makeup to be like, no, don't even touch the Too Faced foundation or the primer. Like, you need to use something else. You're going to run out of your favorite one because this is kind of like a smallish bottle, but it is 1.6 fluid ounces, but it is literally my favorite foundation, and the primer is amazing as well. And I was just like, you know, I have so many makeup palettes and eyeshadow palettes that I don't want to buy the Too Faced Peach, the new peach one, because I have this peach one which smells great, but I literally never even use it. Like, you could tell I use a little bit. I have dug into this one, but this palette still looks brand new. But it smells so good. But to me, when I look at it, for a peach palette, for a sweet peach palette, it's not peachy. So, like, I don't know. When I first saw that one, I was like, you know, it's all matte. It's literally my cup of tea. I love matte eyeshadows. But no, just something about it was just telling myself, I was just like, don't get it, you don't need it, you don't need it. And the YouTube world sucked me in, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get it, but I'm going to wait until the VIB sale. The Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Oh my goodness. These shadows are amazing. They're so smooth, they're so pigmented, they're so buttery. They smell, oh my gosh, they smell heavenly. They smell so much better than this palette. And when you look at this palette, this is a peach palette. This has a ton of peachy colors. Even this is like a darker peachy red, like a cranberry-ish color. And then it's got some browns, which literally this palette speaks to me. This is a peach palette. Whereas when you look at this one, like, compare. This one has like 2-3 peachy shades, but the rest are all dark brown, and there's even a green in there. Like, why? For the leaf of the peach? Like, you don't need that. So for primer on the lid, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape. I don't like to use regular eyeshadow primer because I feel like it gets super greasy and my eyelids are already like oily, so I just use a concealer and set that because I feel as though it works best on me. I'm going to take the shade Peach Butter and Peach Tea. So these two, and I'm going to mix those two together, and I'm going to put those in my crease and also use it as my transition shade. Let me zoom you guys in just a wee bit. So just put that in your crease and in your transition. Super pigmented. I do windshield wiper motions as well as circular motions. Focus it on the outer corner as much as possible and then move into the inner corner. You want most of your color to be on the outer corner and then gradually on the inner corner, but not too much. Again, you want to be careful the way you position your hand. And then I'm just going to take Peach Tea by itself and go over what I just did. It's okay if it gets on the outer corner of your lid. Next, I'm going to take Peach Punch, this shade right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner. And I'm using my Real Techniques base shadow brush. Put that all over the lid. But focus it on the outer corner, and then when you have like nothing on your brush, move it inwards to your inner corner, because you want to have this on your whole lid. Eyeshadow really just has to do with blending. So I'm going to take that same Morphe M441 brush that I started out with and just blend those two colors together. Take a flat brush, Morphe M432 brush, and it's just a flat brush like that. I'm going to take the shade Chocolate Dipped. It is just the darker brown. And put that literally, focus that right on the outer corner. Not too much, you don't want a lot there. Just kind of place it there because you'll be blending it out. And I'll be going in with the base brush that I use from Real Techniques and just blend that. It's not going to be too harsh because it's just like a darker brown. It's not like a black. The inner corner, I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques detailer brush and taking the shade Peach Butter and Peach Meringue. These two, I may be saying it wrong, but I don't know how to say it. And I'll place these two right in the inner corner. Now what I'm going to highlight with is going to be the NYX Illuminator. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush and just put a tiny bit of this on my inner corner. Literally a tiny bit where you can barely even notice. And now we're going to go to the lower lash line, and I'm going to be using my Crown C513 brush. It's literally just a pencil brush. I'm going to take Peach Butter. Same shades that we use at the top and again go down at the bottom. And I'm going to run that down my entire bottom lash line. This is like the worst part of the makeup because, I don't know, my eyes struggle. Even when I do makeup on others, they like blink and it gets everywhere. I'm going to do Peach Tea. On the whole bottom lash line, and you want to run it to back here so that way your eyeshadow can all meet together. And then I'm going to take that same Morphe M432 flat brush and take the shade Chocolate Dipped. Shake off any excess and literally just focus that right top of the waterline and keep it like you're tight lining and just on the outer corner. So just there. I'll be taking my Morphe E18 brush. It's a bigger brush than the one that I just used. It's like a domey brush. And I'm going to take the shade Just Peachy and Peach Punch and mix those together. They are these two shades right here, these two. And I'm going to take those and mix them and just blend everything on my lower lash line together. I'm going to line my waterline with this Milani Supreme Kohl Kojal eyeliner in 01 Blackest Black. And I'm going to line my waterline with a black eyeliner. Any black eyeliner that you like will do. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I thought it was cool to come on here and do kind of like a little bit of an updated get ready with me. I got new hair again, colored it, used some new products. I'm actually really loving this lipstick. I know that my last couple of videos have been like super simple makeup looks, but again, as mentioned in the beginning of this video, I just haven't filmed in a while. I just want to, you know, update you guys a little bit. Anyways, I would really appreciate it if you guys would follow me on my Facebook page as well. It is www.facebook.com/KassBeauty, KassSBeauty, so 3 S's. I will have the link for that down below. If you missed any of the products that I used during the video, I will also have the products down below. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video.